Hi, I'm Merlin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you've been watching my channel, welcome back. A few weeks ago, I did an unboxing video of a Donner DST-152. And in that video, I mentioned that I was going to probably make some modifications to it. Well, here it is. I was wondering what would happen if I installed a $33 loaded pickguard that I saw on Amazon with, check this out, a humbucker and two hot rail pickups, along with killswitch, 3 coil splitters, and I figured while I'm at it, why not add some locking tuners, upgraded string trees, put a low friction nut on there. Of course, some bomb fret markers I thought would be cool. Of course, why not have a girl that you would see maybe on a bomber or a fighter in World War II. Of course, why not on a tremolo cover? And of course a gold etched neck plate, along with a upgraded bridge, and of course gold hardware. I made a short video demonstrating how I made these modifications to the guitar, and at the end of the video I'll demonstrate how this baby sounds, so keep watching. Here is an overview of the Donner DST-152 guitar. The strings were removed. Neck was separated from the body, removing the 4 screws. The tremolo cover was removed. Trim claw screws were removed. The tremolo bridge was removed. The pickguard screws were removed. The output jack screws were removed. The pickguard was removed. Strap knobs were removed. The string trees were removed. Time to remove the tuners. Blue painter tape was put on the fretboard. 4 coats of True Oil finish were applied to the neck. The tuner holes, since they had traditional tuners, were not 10 millimeters, so I had to use a reamer to open them up to 10 millimeters so I can install my new tuners. The fret ends were filed. The frets were polished with steel wool. The nut was removed using a hammer and a small screwdriver. After some filing, the low friction nut was tapped into place with the brass hammer. I did have to make a minor repair to the fretboard. These are locking tuners from Guitar Fetish that I'm going to install. I had to use the reamer, which I originally got for working on violins, and had to ream it out a little bit more because I didn't quite ream it out 10 millimeters the first time. Tuners were installed using a 10 millimeter socket wrench. You notice that the posts go from high to low. I used a 6-inch ruler to make sure that the tuners lined up. 1/16 inch drill bit was used to make holes for the retaining screws. The retaining screws were screwed into place. The replacement string trees were installed. This is a ukulele replacement tremolo bridge, and I'm going to try installing it before I try installing the pickguard. Notice that it has a 35 millimeter solid block. The bridge was screwed into place with 6 screws. Now it's time to install the pickguard. Here's what it looks like on the back. Lined up the pickguard, and I'm going to put a few screws in there to hold it in place while I see about soldering the input jack and also the tremolo claw. The wires were soldered to the output jack. Electronics were tested using an amplifier and a screwdriver. The output jack was screwed into place. There is a little problem with the trim claw, so I'm going to have to use the original trim claw that came with the guitar rather than the one that came with the replacement bridge. The ground wire was soldered to the trim claw. The trim claw was installed. The tremolo springs were installed. The electronics were retested. Using a small amplifier and a screwdriver. Last of the screws were put into the pickguard. Now it's time to install the strap locks. The strap locks were installed. Now it's time to install the tremolo cover. The tremolo cover was screwed into place. Fret markers were applied to the fretboard. The neck was bolted to the body using 4 screws. I'm going to string it with number 9 strings. The guitar was strung. Now I just have to adjust the string height and set the intonation. This is what the finished guitar looks like. I've tuned the guitar up. I have it hooked up to my Fender amplifier with a volume on 2, the treble on 5, the bass on 5, the mid on 5 with 3 of reverb. Let me demonstrate how it sounds. I'm going to start with the bridge humbucker and then demonstrate how it sounds with the coil splitter on the bridge. Then I'll move to the second position, and then I'll do the middle pickup, and then do the coil splitter on middle pickup. Move to the fourth position, then I'll move to neck pickup, do it as a humbucker, and then do it with the coil split. So here it goes, starting with the bridge humbucker. Now the coil split. Now the second position. Now the middle pickup. Now a coil split on the middle position. Now the fourth position. Now the neck position, the humbucker. Now with a coil split on the neck. From this demonstration, you can see that this bridge pickup is a fairly high output of about 15. The middle, as a humbucker, has an output of 9K, and the neck has a output of 9K. Of course, when you split them, you can see not as loud. Let's have a little bit of fun with this. I call this song Pain. From this video, you've seen some of the possible modifications that you can make on an inexpensive guitar such as a Donner, and also some of the cool sound variations that you can get by using a pickguard that has basically 3 humbuckers with coil splitters. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. If you watched this video until the end, I thought I'd throw in my Corey Feldman impression. With a kill switch, I couldn't resist doing that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.